Yo, what is up, you guys? It is Duke, and I'm here to bring you Black Clover, and this is a multiple chapter review, chapters 26 to 29. So, I'm gonna make this as quick as possible. I'm gonna make this as quick as as fast as I can. So, anywho, chapter 26, and sorry if I get the name wrong and stuff like that. You know what? I shouldn't get the name wrong because I wrote down the freaking name. I always have a problem remembering fucking names of characters I only seen like once or twice. Sometimes I forget the names of characters like I haven't seen in a while and stuff like that. So yeah, I remember. I got the names written down. All right, yeah. I suck at names, but I got them written down. So now I shouldn't have any problems with names. But anywho, sorry about that. This chapter of Black Clover, chapter 26, it's basically showcasing the Magic Knight's powers and everything, like what they could do, basically. And what the magic that stood out to me the most was Nozelli's, because Nozelli's magic, I've never, in basically anime and manga in general, I've never seen a dude rock Mercury when it comes to mainly battle anime and shonen and stuff like that, because you know it's fighting and stuff like that. But I've never seen a dude rock Mercury before. I'm like, wait, Mercury? Like, are we going into the periodic table here? Mercury? Like, because that was like unexpected. I've never seen a person ever rock Mercury before. So that's actually an original. So kudos to the mangaka of Black Clover. Kudos to I think the mangaka's name was Yuri something. I'm sorry, I'm not really good with names, but kudos to the mangaka, because that's actually an original power there. Like, I've never seen somebody rock Mercury before, so that's pretty cool. That's really cool. I thought like Nozelli would be like a wind type magic user or something like that. I really did, but no, he's apparently like a branch of what appears to be water magic, and his power is Mercury. That caught me off guard. It really did. So that's an original, I guess, because like you've never seen that before. You've never seen a person use Mercury as their own power. But anywho, then so you basically see them showcasing. Leopold, he uses a move called Tornado Flamethrower, and like he incinerates holes through like rows of zombies and stuff like that. Then we go to Sanders, who basically uses his sand powers to enclose the zombies. Like he uses the sand golem, to be more specific. While Soul, the dark skinned chick, who only wears a bra, like yeah, my titties are hanging out and stuff like that. She's an earth attribute user, and she uses an earth golem. That was pretty cool. And then we go on to Noelle's sister, Nebula. Nebula, right? I'm not getting her confused. Solid. Yeah, no, Nebula. She's a fog user, so she used her fog magic called Fog Magic Infinite Clones. And from the looks of it, she used her fog magic to create infinite clones of herself. But like, they're also, I guess, using water magic, because if I'm correct, fog magic is a branch of water. Magic. So she's also using water magic to attack the zombies. Then we go to Noelle's older brother, Solid, and he's using water magic, like full-on water magic, and he's using it as like a scythe, like a scythe, and he's just basically wrapping the water around himself, like, and spinning at high speed, slicing the zombies in half. So we see Mimioxa, Juno, and I forgot his name. Damn. I had the names written down, but I forgot to write his name down. Steel Dude. Steelmaker. Yeah, Steelmaker. Like, I'll call him Steelmaker, 4 Eyes. We see them trying to protect the citizens and stuff like that. Mimioxa is telling the citizens to go to her. Anybody that's injured, bring them to her and stuff like that, so she can use her magic to heal them and everything. And then Aster, he's confronting the Cyclops sorcerer and everything, and he's basically taking care of the zombies. He's taking care of the zombies and everything like that. He manages to get the little girl away and stuff like that. And while the Cyclops sorcerer was distracted, and And then Leopold notices Aster and how he's taking down the zombies and everything. And Leopold's like, basically like, oh shit, that's my rival, worthy of being my rival. That's my dude right there. That's what Leopold's like, man. And so Aster, he rushes the Cyclops sorcerer. And then the Cyclops sorcerer then summons a special zombie, and you see like these weird orbs around the special zombie, and I'll get on that very soon. Weird orbs around the special zombie, and he calls it number 4, Jimmy, which basically obviously signifies that there's going to be a number 3, number 2, and number 1 special zombie that this Cyclops sorcerer has. So overall, this chapter of Black Clover, it was just hyping up the Magic Knights and showing what they could deliver. It's just showcasing what they could do on the casual, basically. And so that's pretty good. Hyping up like, it's not just Aster and the main Aster, Noelle, Juno. It's not just the main crew getting hyped up. We're also having side characters get hyped up as well, which is pretty damn good. So yeah, I really did enjoy this chapter of Black Clover. Overall, it was a very good chapter of Black Clover. It was a 4. So let's move on to the next chapter. God, 6 minutes. So much for making it fast. But let's move on. So chapter 27 of Black Clover. We basically 2 key points here. Aster versus the Cyclops sorcerer and Jimmy, and Noelle's character development. Those 2 key points right there. So basically, after he at the beginning of the chapter, he realized that he's bleeding out like pretty badly from his cheek, and he's like, what the hell? And apparently, so those orbs that was around Jimmy, those orbs like is one of Jimmy's special bullets, and like one scratch from the special bullets can be life-threatening. So then after he starts negating the bullets with his sword, but then he realizes that, yo, my great sword, I can't like go up to hit him with my great sword and everything like that. I can't dodge all these, I can't like negate all these bullets and cut them in half. So he switches to his short sword, his second blade, which can absorb magic. And I don't get why his second blade wasn't absorbing Jimmy's magic, but here's the thing. Here's my take on that. Like, the Cyclops sorcerer stated that Jimmy's power is a cursed power. So maybe Aster, he can't, like, and so like that shows that there's another power system in Black Clover. So maybe Aster, he can only absorb like regular magic power, but if it's cursed magic power, he can't absorb it. That's my take on that. Because if he could absorb it, then he would have been able to absorb Jimmy's magic power and use it as his own. But who knows? Anywho, here's the thing. Aster, he begins defending with his short sword and everything, and then the Cyclops wizard orders Jimmy to target the little girl, and Aster then he steps in front of the little girl to protect her and stuff like that, while Jimmy's firing bullets at her and everything. And Noelle sees this, and she's like, yo, I need to help, but then she remembers what her brother said and stuff like that, and she's like, but what can I do and everything? And then you see 3 zombies about to like come and kill Noelle, but then Hugo steps in and he incinerates the zombies, and then he karate chops Noelle on the freaking head, and he's like, just bitch, what the f are you doing? What are you doing? Because seriously, like, you're in the middle of a battlefield. One bad move and you're basically killing, ending up, you're responsible for the death of innocent people. What the heck are you doing, girl? Lives are at stake here and everything. Are you still like phased about what your siblings told you? Look, just because you can't control your powers that well doesn't make you a liability. Is if you do nothing, that will make you a liability. You're a magic knight. Do your job. And that actually, and Hugo, I'm really liking Hugo a lot. I'm really liking Hugo, man. I'm really liking Hugo. Yeah, this dude might end up being my favorite character. Yeah, I'm just saying. This dude could possibly end up being my favorite character. Because the spot for my favorite character in Black Clover is still very open. And Hugo, he's starting to fill that spot. I'm really liking it. He's taking the leadership role and he's basically becoming the leader of the group. Because in the previous chapter he's like, yo guys, we're doing this. Head out. Let's head out. You guys head out to this district. I'll head out to this district to go get Aster and stuff like that. The rest of you fan out, protect the citizens, do your jobs and stuff like that. Hugo, he's off the gate. He's always showing to take the leadership role, and he's showing he's showing that he's a good leader. So yeah, and so Hugo, of all of the Magic Knights as of now, I don't know about the leader of Golden Dawn, because we don't know much about the leader of Golden Dawn, but the leader of Golden Dawn is possibly going to be an antagonist later. But, anywho, Hugo for the motherfucking win. Yeah, Hugo for the motherfucking win, because if something ever happens to the current Sorcery Emperor and stuff like that, then Hugo would surely be more, I can just tell right now, Hugo will be like more than eligible enough to become the next Sorcery Emperor if something happens to the current one during the time, because Aster, he's nowhere near it. He's too immature. He still has a long way to go and stuff like that. So anywho, Aster, then Noelle, she protects the little girl when a bullet, like Aster missed a bullet, and Aster he was still injured and stuff like that. So he decided to go and but that still didn't get to him, you know. So he decided to go and rush Jimmy, but there was a herd of zombies, and Jimmy's special bullets still coming at him and stuff like that. He grabs his greatsword and Leopold, he uses his tornado flamethrower to clear the way, and then Aster then to basically to like negate Jimmy's special bullets, he spin into a tornado. He spin into like a small tornado to cut all the bullets and everything. And we already know that Aster, speed-wise, he's pretty fast, because like the Magic Knights even thought that was he was using acceleration magic, when really he's only using his raw like physical speed. He's not using any form of magic whatsoever when it comes to his physical strength, his speed, and everything. The only magic that he has is his I wouldn't consider it magic, because the only form of magic whatsoever he has is his swords. But anywho, then Aster, he takes down Jimmy, and then he's telling the Cyclops sorcerer, hey, step to the plate, motherfucker. It's cause seriously, you've just been standing in the background like summoning these zombies instead of fighting your own battles, man. You're a pussy. Now step to the plate and come get your beating. So overall, this chapter of Black Clover, it provided good character development for Noelle, and I really did like the action in this chapter. So this chapter, another good chapter of Black Clover. So let's move on to chapter freaking 28. We got 2 more chapters left. Alright, so chapter 28 of Black Clover. Okay, so this chapter of Black Clover, honestly, it surprised me. It really did. So let's start off with this. Alright, so first off, we kind of deviate from the battles, and we go to freaking Chibi Gluttony. Like, and Chibi Gluttony, she's basically seeing the main chef for the royal palace cooking and stuff like that, his main dish and everything, and like his apprentices are trying to get him to stop and everything, and he's like, hell no, like seriously, I'm the freaking chef of this royal palace. I have my pride. I'm cooking this shit. They're gonna eat my main dish, and they're like, yo, the Magic Knight's already gone. They're not here anymore. And they're like, and he's like, wait, what the hell? They're not here, and I'm making my main dish. And then Chibi Gluttony goes in, and she's like, sir, please allow me the honor of tasting your main dish and stuff like that. And then the chef sees the fire in her eyes. He sees the fire in her eyes, and determination. And he's like, all right, I'll pour my heart and soul into this. And like you just see like the freaking dish like fiery and exploding and everything while he's cooking it. And she's going yay, while the apprentices are going like, what the heck, no. And so then we go back to the different areas where the other Magic Knights are stationed, where Silver Eagles, Wild Blue Roses, and Golden Dawn, where they were stationed and everything. And this is what happened. they're basically rejoicing and stuff like that, saying, "Oh, the battle's over. Oh, we thought we would have some more fun battling these guys." And while Nozelli, he's like, something isn't right. Why would they send fodder, just mere fodder after us? Where the heck are the main forces and everything? And then like they begin to notice that it was a diversion, and that they were after the sorcery emperor apparently. And then you see this text bubble, this dark text bubble saying they've reached their marking points, and you see Juno's book glowing, his grimoire. Yeah, you see his grimoire, his 4-leaf clover grimoire glowing, and basically then you hear teleportation magic, blackout, and you just see like massive, throughout the entirety of the kingdom, you just see massive black holes, and the magic knights fall into them, and then like they get transported like a few hundred miles away from the kingdom, and I'm like, shit. So that was like, wow. And like seriously, like freaking yeah. And that was only one of the things. And it turns out like the teleportation magic user was a black witch, and then after she teleported the magic knights and everything, she begins like absorbing. And at first I thought this was soul manipulation. Like she was basically absorbing the souls of these people, because like you just saw their bodies getting like old and shriveled and stuff like that. But I'm like, wait, no, that's not the soul. Like if it was their soul and stuff like that, like their body probably turns black. That's what usually is in anime manga. But it turned like pale and gray and stuff like that. But these people, like, they're shriveling up and stuff like that. So she was absorbing all their mana, their life force, basically, and she was pouring them into her. And then she was about to absorb this one dude's life force, and she's like, yeah, hey, am I pretty and stuff like that? And then the dude's like, dude, you just absorbed the life force out of my sister. Why would I think somebody as ugly as you is pretty? And she was about to kill him. And then in comes Juno, who made it out of the black holes, like the blackout, and he saves the dude. And so then she's like, oh yeah, you're just my type and stuff like that. You want to go somewhere private and have some fun? And Juno's like, no, I don't want to go somewhere private with an ugly old hag like you. And then she's like, die at the end of the chapter, and that was the chapter. So overall, this chapter of Black Clover, chapter 28, overall, it was a very simple chapter. It really was. But it was a good chapter too. It was a good chapter too, to be honest. Cause that was unexpected. How all the magic knights, they're like completely duped, and for them to get transported, not just just to the outside of the kingdom or anything, but a few hundred miles away from it. Dang. I'm pretty sure they can get there faster if through Soul could use her land magic to do to create some form of transportation. Maybe Sanders could use the sand magic too to create some form of transportation as well. Oh yeah, and Nozelli too. Nozelli, freaking Mana Eagle. Yeah. So, anywho, overall this chapter, it was a good chapter of Black Clover. It was unexpected. It was simple, but it was good. It was simple but good. There, I'll leave it at that. So finally, let's move on to chapter 29, and then I'm finally done. Okay, so this final chapter of Black Clover, chapter 29. So, 2 key points here: the witch's powers, and major character development for Juno, and one more, Juno's new magic, the fairy, Little Miss OP fairy. Alright, so these 3 key points. So, this chapter of Black Clover, honestly, it was better than the previous chapter, because this chapter actually provided a lot of character development for Juno, who's one of the main characters and stuff like that. Even though Noelle did get character development the previous chapters, Juno actually, I felt, got a lot more character development, and it spiked his character. So, anywho, Juno. No, let me start with the witch first. So Juno begins battling the witch and everything, and she basically has those bullets like Jimmy. And apparently her bullets, if you get hit by them, they're cursed bullets, like Jimmy's cursed bullets. So she not only does she has teleportation magic, she also has curse magic as well, and she can absorb people's mana. Like so her curse bullets is known as her cursed ash magic, sensation deflation. Basically, she get if you get hit by any of her bullets, she can basically make you lose all of your senses. And Juno, he does get hit by the bullets and everything, and while he's battling her, he has a flashback about like how he was being treated, even though he had the 4-leaf clover and everything like that. How he was being treated by the other Magic Knights, and they're like, oh, just because you have a 4-leaf clover doesn't mean that you're all that. Look, you're just like a street rat. You're just a street rat. What more can you do? Even though you have the 4-leaf clover and everything, you're never gonna make it to the top. You're never gonna be this. You're never gonna be that. You're never gonna be sorcery emperor, man. So, and like we have a flashback to Sander saying, yeah, what good is a street rat anyway? How good do you think you are, and stuff like that. Sander's ridiculing Juno. So, even his own teammates ridiculing him. So then like Juno's basically like going through his head, even though that like that from the dungeon arc, his battle with Marth and everything, he still lost that. He still takes that battle as a loss because Juno, the only reason why he won, and he knows this, the only reason why he won was because of the magic that he achieved during from that scroll in the dungeon. And then even though he achieved that magic and everything, after the dungeon arc, he's been trying to train that magic and everything, but it would never work for him. It would never help him because like he could not control the magic whatsoever, and he'd be lying if he said he said he got away from the blackout with his own will and stuff like that. It was really the magic that helped him. It was like the Little Miss OP Fairy. So, you know, fairy dust. It will get you high. But anywho, then Juno, like he begins losing all of his senses and stuff like that and everything, and like before the flashback, we actually go to the palace and everything because Juno was asking why she was here and everything, why were they attacking the kingdom and everything, and they're like, we're here to kill a certain somebody. And then we go to, apparently I thought the sorcery emperor was just the ruler of the entire kingdom. He was the king and stuff like that. But apparently no, the sorcery emperor, he just has the same equality as the king. There is an actual king, and this dude, oh, he is like spoiled and stuck up as hell. He's like, yeah, shouldn't the sorcery emperor's job be to protect me, the king, since he's the strongest of all my wizards? He should be personally protecting me. Why is it that only his right-hand men are protecting me? Why isn't it him himself? And honestly, beforehand, when I first read the chapter, I actually thought like I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what? Like, and then I realized, wait, I thought they were after a sorcery emperor, not you. And then I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, he went out for a meeting, right? So I thought the meeting was like in another room inside the castle and stuff like that. And apparently he left the entire kingdom. And I'm like, where is he? And so apparently he does this often. Like he just leaves the kingdom off. He just leaves the kingdom often. I don't know if he left the kingdom fully, like the entirety kingdom, or he could just be like doing what he did before and just like going in the skies and stuff like that, and around the kingdom and everything. But anywho, Juno, he begins losing his senses and stuff like that, and all of his senses, his ears begin to go out, his vision starts getting like very hazy and blurry and stuff like that, and he's beginning to lose his ability to move and everything. So, and like he's trying to attack the witch and everything, but like his attacks keep missing. And then like the narrator, then we read like a narration saying that when wind magic users, their power specializes in sensory. And I'm like, that actually makes sense because I've seen in other stories and stuff like that that wind users, their powers would always like, they would always know how to sense things through like from the air itself and stuff like that. So like, and they said like when a wind user reaches like senses reaches its peak, they'll awaken another sense, and one of that sense is to see mana. And Juno begins seeing seeing mana. He looked unconscious, but it turned out he was conscious, and he begins to see mana and stuff like that. And the next feel mana. I think it was the first to feel mana, then to see it. But I'm like, wait. I'm like, wait. How is it like to feel mana, then you see it? Wouldn't it be like make more sense if you see it first, then you feel it? But Juno awakens a sixth sense, and then you see like the little fairy like next to him, and they're basically the witch, she realizes that Juno is absorbing like the raw mana itself. The raw mana is coming to him, and then Juno does a technique called Sylph Style. I think Sylph Style or Sylph Form, Wind Breath, and blasts the witch at the end of the chapter through the roof of a building. So that was pretty much this chapter of Black Clover, and that's the end, thank God. That's the end of this multiple chapter review of Black Clover, chapters 26 to 29. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you stuck around. Sorry it was so goddamn long. I'm freaking tired now. So, yeah, that's it. Tell me what you guys thought. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm Duke. Have a good day. And in this chapter, it was a great chapter. It was a great chapter. Overall, the chapters, they were good, but this chapter was great. So this arc, this Kingdom Invasion arc of Black Clover, it's been pretty damn good. It's actually been pretty good in a sense, as it's been developing the characters. I still don't know who the third party member is. I think it's the leader of Golden Dawn, because remember, it was 3 parties. They said that like there was 3 parties because somebody had to let them into the kingdom. So somebody had to have let the witch and the Cyclops sorcerer into the kingdom. So there's a third member to their party. So I don't know who it is, but it's probably some powerful dude. But anywho, overall, that's the chapter. Those are the chapters. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'm Duke. I'm done. Finally, have a good day.